Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking to you about spanking and how it sends the wrong signals. This is kind of close to me because I have a child and I believe that spanking is not the way to go when you come to disciplining them. Parenting is one of the most challenging jobs there is. And just face it, sometimes it feels just like a job. Parents are not just parents in the eyes of a child. They're role models, doctors, chauffeurs, and disciplinarians. And every parent knows the list just keeps going on and on and on. Being a disciplinarian is the most difficult thing that a parent can do. The techniques used today are what mold our children for tomorrow. With that said, disciplining a child should be approached with patience, understanding, and love. Unfortunately, today, most parents, about 90% of America today, put spanking and discipline together. They think that that's what's going to take care of it all. And often that taints discipline. When a child is hit, they remember the spanking, but they never remember why they got spanked. And I bet you could think of a couple times that you got hit pretty hard and you remember what they hit you with, how they hit you with, but you just can't remember what you did. The physical pain they endure during this so-called corrective action stays embedded with them. This may lead to the feeling of anger, belittlement, and sometimes numbness within them. They think only of the physical pain, and they forget everything else. Children learn by imitating the people they love and respect. They watch parents for clues and repeat those actions they have observed when the parents do them. Like, where do you think they learn their cussing from? Where do you think they learn? A lot of things that you think that they learn from school, they learn from us because we are their ultimate role model. And even though most people think hitting solves everything, it doesn't. Parents often lose sight of the different techniques they can use to teach their children self-control. Once a parent begins spanking, it is easy to forget and use the alternates. They have to use self-control. In order to teach their kids that, they have to show it. Look at this from a child's perspective. If it's hard to trust, let alone respect someone that hurts you, the lack of respect the child has for the parent eventually leads the child to the lack of respect for them. The child now has no reason to try to satisfy the parent who they no longer trust or respect. This in turn leads to more speaking out. The cycle just creates more pain. And they in turn, when they grow up, do it to their kids. Or sometimes worse, to their significant other. Hit, spanks, popped, whipped, the belted are all few of the many terms used for spanking. With its many names, popularities, and use among American culture, it would appear that spanking is an effective disciplinary tool. It's a common thing used here, and we need to move on from that. Now I have a few slides here that I'm going to show you that's going to go over statistics and percentages. Also a little story that I have for you. So, there's a classic story. It's a story about a mother who believed in spanking as a necessary part of discipline. Later on, one day she observed her 3-year-old daughter hitting her 1-year-old son. And when she confronted her daughter and asked her, what's going on? "I'm just playing mommy," is the reply that she said. Now, with her hearing this, she realized that she's been teaching her daughter to do the wrong thing, that hitting is okay. She vowed later to never hit them again and use other ways, other techniques that you can use. Lehigh University showed that children from spanking families are more likely to use aggression to handle conflicts when they become adults. You see, the seed of aggression grows within a child and all the way to adulthood, making them prone to violence from their childhood, even adults, and the actions have evolved from one generation to the next, creating an endless cycle of violence. It also hurts that spanking hurts the brain. A study of connective ability of children aged 2 to 4 showed that children were not spanked performed 5.5% better than those who were. Children aged 5 through 9 that were not spanked scored 3% higher than those who were spanked. College graduates. In men, 34% for non-spank. Basically saying 34% of men graduated over only 24% that were heavily spanked. Likewise with women, 21% were non-spanked graduated from college, and 14% that were heavily spanked only graduated. Something to think about. In conclusion with that, there's little statistics here. 55% more likely to severely attack sibling than a child that has never spanked. So you see kids fighting with their siblings and going like that, where do you think they've learned it? From getting hit or seeing them fight with their families. It's just a constant aggression that just keeps on going. And the list just keeps going on and on. 67% more likely to abuse their own child when they grow up. There's that cycle again. 47% less likely to graduate from college. Not because you're hurting their brain, but it's a psychological feeling that they have. 80% more likely to be in juvenile delinquents. These are all studies done by different colleges. One book of discipline that you can use is a book of discipline A through Z. 1001 Solutions to Everyday Parenting Problems. It's by Jane Nelson. Teaches parents how to discipline their child without using spanking or as a punishment. She indicates that parents can teach, connect, and meet their children's needs through appropriate punishments. A few disciplinary methods, or you can take them away from their favorite thing for a little time. Time out. You can isolate the child just for a little while. Again, timeout works great. There are many ways to teach a child from right from wrong. This does not consist of humiliating them, belittling them, or victimizing them. You just got to find the right technique that works for you. So in conclusion, I really do think that hitting your child is not the way to go and disciplining them. You can talk to them, tell them what's wrong, give them reasonings. It makes their mind work more than just basing everything off of fear. So I hope you guys got something out of my speech, and hear from me again. Thank you.